Hi, it's Richard Susie here, high performance coach, and we're at the third week of January 2023, and by now most people have failed with their New Year's resolutions. I know that may sound a little bit doom and gloom, however the stats show that most people don't achieve their New Year's resolutions roughly the earliest part of January, and so I'm here to tell you, don't do it. Don't make a New Year's resolution. Instead, I've got another word for you to consider. But before I do that, I want to give you a bit of a background on the word New Year's resolution, and particularly that word resolution. You see, the original Latin word for resolution was to loosen up or to make simpler. And that's probably why most people don't achieve their New Year's resolutions, because it's such a large goal or such a big vision, they themselves can't keep up with it or can't do the necessary work required. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a more powerful word that can replace resolution, and using a little bit of the original definition, which will make it more powerful for you. So here's the word. It's commitment. New Year's commitment. If I could put it to you in the words of the late Clayton Christensen, who was a Harvard business professor, he said, it's easier to commit to your principles 100% of the time than it is 98% of the time. And when you first hear that, it almost sounds like, how could that be the case? Well, it turns out that psychology showed that Clayton Christensen was onto something, because you may have heard of this term called decision fatigue. And that's basically every time you're making a decision on whether to do something or not to do it, this constant back and forth means that you're actually reducing willpower. Now when it's time to actually take action, you're tired, you're fatigued, so you don't really have the energy to follow through on the promises or the resolutions that you made to yourself. However, here's the key, and this is going to be probably the most important takeaway for you today in high performance. It's two words: start now. Start now. And let me give you a bit of a background of that. Using what we understand now in psychology, how we can commit 100% is we make the goal very, very small. In other words, if you can't start now and start today and keep it going every day, the goal is not small enough. You just won't have the energy to apply yourself to it every day. Keep it small, and then you can be consistent. And if I can use the words of Mother Teresa, who said, do small things with great love, I'm going to say, take small action with great commitment. Then there's a likelihood you're going to live how you want to live in this year. Now, if I talk a little bit about Joseph Campbell, who was a renowned philosopher and very big on mythology and really knew his stuff when it came to it, he was often quoted as saying, follow your bliss. And in the latter part of his life, he said, I probably should change that, because everyone thought going for your dreams and visions should be simple. And he said, I think I may have done a disservice there, to paraphrase him. And what he said at the end of the day is, if I could change it now, it wouldn't be just follow your bliss, it would be follow your blisters. And so even though you are going to make this a small goal that you'll commit to every day, there'll be some blisters, there's going to be some work, there's going to be some sweat, and high performers accept that as part of a necessary thing to achieve the life they want. So to recap, make it small so you can commit every day, start now, and stay committed. And I want to leave you with the black belt standard question, and that is, what's one small action you can do today and start today that you can do non-stop that will have the greatest impact in your life? And that's it for today. Thanks for visiting. And remember, live on purpose, share your joy, and I'll see you soon.